Let's see. What do you wish people knew when they first started that you know now that you wish just somebody would have told you or helped you with that would have made your job easy?
I don't know if it would have made my job easy, and I think we touched on it before, but I think I wished that I knew how long the journey was going to be. And I say that because I think, again, you hold yourself to like an unrealistic expectation. And I think sometimes you're judging yourself along the way of like, I'm not where I should be. I'm not where I should be. I'm always trying to like be better. Obviously, I'm very guilty of that. Always trying to be better.
It's hard to not compare to.
Yeah. So like knowing what a real journey of an entrepreneur looks like. My parents didn't go the entrepreneurial way. And my dad actually retired from like corporate America and wasn't really a big proponent of me even doing what I'm doing now, because I think that was super scary for that generation. You know, like now I talk about this a lot. When I started this, if you told people you were an entrepreneur, which still sounds super cheesy, I don't tell that to people. It's not how I introduce myself.
I don't say it. I'm a personal trainer.
I'm Brandon the entrepreneur. I don't.
Entrepreneur.
But when you used to tell that to people, they legit thought you were a drug dealer. Like chicks that I would date, I'd be like, oh yeah,
really?
I run my own businesses or whatever. They're like, oh yeah, this guy sells drugs. You know, like he for sure sells drugs. Now, when you tell people we're an entrepreneur, it's like, it's the cool word, you know, everybody's an entrepreneur now, you know? So like for our parents, that was a big risk. And so like for my dad, who came from I was the first person in my family to get a college degree. So coming from a family that didn't have any college experience, my dad worked his way up through corporate America in the air defense, aerospace defense. But he did. I mean, he was working on really cool, for like barely graduating high school.
Yeah.
Generationally, a very different time. You could barely graduate high school, get a job at a company, obviously be intelligent and work hard.
Sure.
Very hard. But work your way up to being, I mean, he got to the point where they couldn't promote him anymore because he didn't have a college degree. So like, you're the highest you can be in this organization.
Without a paper.
They were like, go get, because he's very musically inclined, he plays music, go get a music degree.
Any degree.
We don't care. Go get a degree so we can take you to the whatever executive level or whatever it was.
That's so annoying.
How fucking
Honestly,
annoying is that?
That's really
right?
annoying.
Like, so that was his thought, is like, why am I going to go do that? I'm already way more skilled than all these people. I know way more than all these people you're bringing in now with degrees. Like, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Right.
So that, you know, that college thing and that getting your degree thing was really important. And so me getting my degree, I think to them was very much like, you should follow that path because that's safe, you know. But something that I saw on the internet the other day, I think it was a psychologist. And
I like to say that too.
Yeah, I read it on the internet.
I read something.
I read it on
not on the internet.
I just read it. I read this the other day, actually.
I read an article.
In this case, it was I do read a lot of articles.
It was a 15-second video.
In this case, it was a video. And I think it was like a psychologist, and she was saying that, I was telling Sheik this, she was saying that the number one common thing that she sees between entrepreneurs is their lack of how do I phrase this? It was their disdain for authority, I guess, for lack of a better way to describe it. For their disdain for authority, for their lack of desire to be controlled, for not wanting to be told what to do. And so I very much suffer from that. I've always suffered from that. I've always hated authority. I've always hated being what I think maybe a lot of people do in some level. But then there's very much people that like being told what to do, and they're structured and they task oriented. Right. I despise that. So,
well, it's mindless. You don't have to think about it. It's being put in front of you. I want you to do ...
Yeah. And some people are really good at it. And I was telling this to Sheik the other day too. Not everybody everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. Not everybody can be an entrepreneur. And from a physical perspective, if everybody was an entrepreneur, there would be nobody to backfill in those other tasks, right?
Saying what you're saying right now, I needed 24-hour fitness.
Yeah.
I needed them to show me how to look at my monthly incomes and my breakdowns and quotas. I needed them to teach me how to bookkeep, how to actually properly take on new clients, and how to like conduct a real consultation. Like, that gave me the time and opportunity to really learn. If I tried to just go out and do my own thing in my own gym. If I would have done that years
Without
ago,
that experience,
yeah, because people all the time, oh, you should start your own thing. You should start your own thing. If I would have started my own thing sooner than COVID 2020, I don't think I would have been successful, because Planet Fitness, all of my background into 24 Hour gave me my book of business, and it gave me my know-how.
Yeah. Well, that goes back to a lot of people that are starting out. You're starting out as a hairstylist. Like, you got to eat shit. Like,
Yes.
you have to go work at Great Clips and Fantastic Sam's and like do those kind of jobs. And some people are capable then of like taking that book of business and starting their own thing. And then there's a lot of people that aren't, that just want to stay doing that thing. And that's totally fine too.
Right.
That was my point, is that not everybody's an entrepreneur, you know, like not everybody is capable of going out. And I think that's the problem, is that everybody sees that and they think that's what they want, or that's what they are capable of doing. And not everybody's capable. And if everybody were capable, then there would be arguably no businesses to run, because
First of all, then it
run.
wouldn't be so cool.
Well, that too, right?
It wouldn't be nearly as cool.
Exactly.